Viewers of Coronation Street are convinced they've uncovered a clever ruse by Jonathan Howard after he hinted that he had wrapped up filming, just as news broke that his alter ego, Carl Webster, is set to be caught up in a dramatic Weatherfield murder storyline. Fans of the ITV serial will remember that the newcomer stepped onto the cobbles last year, despite previously only being referenced in passing. Carl was long believed to be the child of Bill and Elaine Webster, born while the couple were living in Germany. Recently, however, a bombshell revealed that Bill and Elaine were not his biological parents at all. Debbie Webster disclosed that she is actually Carl's mother, not his half-sister, as he had always thought. Carl learned the shocking truth while confessing his involvement in the devastating January crash that killed vicar Billy Mayhew. In a chilling move, he shifted Debbie from the passenger seat into the driver's side after the collision, allowing her to shoulder the blame. Debbie later admitted to dangerous driving and causing Billy's death in an attempt to shield her son. Once Carl discovered Debbie was his real mother, he quickly turned against her, a reaction that horrified Ronnie, Bailey, and Kevin. Although both men have since learned the truth about Carl's parentage, they are still pleading with him to surrender to the authorities and secure Debbie's release from prison. Speculation is mounting that Jonathan's time on the cobbles could soon conclude, as Carl has been named among 5 prime suspects in a forthcoming murder mystery, with a fatality confirmed for the months ahead. Earlier this month, a flash-forward sequence showed a shaken Betsy Swain giving a statement to detectives after stumbling upon a lifeless body belonging to someone she knew. Wearing wedding attire, she explained she had attended her mother Lisa Swain's wedding to Carla Connor and was heading into town to continue celebrating when she made the grim discovery. When the storyline returned to present-day events, viewers began noticing how the actions of 5 characters might lead to one of their deaths 2 months later. Alongside Carl, the potential victims include Megan Walsh, Theo Silverton, Maggie Driscoll, and Jodie, each with possible motives that could make them a target. During an appearance on This Morning on February 25th, Jonathan appeared with a noticeable fake injury, failing to fully remove a staged black eye before the interview. A soaps correspondent joked that he may have accidentally revealed a spoiler while visiting the set during filming for the wedding scenes. She pointed out that he had been hurriedly wiping his face moments earlier. Jonathan laughed it off, explaining that the makeup department had expertly covered him in fake blood because Carl is about to land himself in serious trouble. He hinted that his character will be involved in several altercations and warned that matters are set to spiral for Carl. Listing Carl's long record of wrongdoing, Jonathan admitted that the character has been causing chaos across the street, stealing from his own mother, pursuing his brother's wife, orchestrating a hit-and-run involving Tyrone, and manipulating local teens into car theft. He conceded that Carl is far from popular in Weatherfield right now. He also remarked that he had greatly enjoyed his time on the show. When it was noted that he spoke in the past tense, Jonathan teased that audiences would have to wait and see what lies ahead. While some fans interpreted his comments as an accidental confirmation of his exit, others believe it could be a deliberate attempt to mislead viewers and heighten suspense surrounding the upcoming murder twist. Coronation Street fans think they figured out who is onto Jodie Ramsay as her downfall looms. Viewers of Coronation Street believe they have identified the resident who has started to see through Jodie Ramsay, as her apparent collapse may have been foreshadowed by a telling exchange in Weatherfield this week. Fans of the ITV drama are well aware that the newcomer cannot be relied upon, even though she only arrived in January. Jodie first appeared during the show's dramatic crossover with Emmerdale, where she was discovered bound inside a van, driven by returning character Graham Foster. Although she wasn't directly responsible for the devastating crash involving residents from Weatherfield in the Dales, she was injured while fleeing and attempting to escape from DC Kit Green. Her next appearance was in hospital, where she unexpectedly encountered Shona Platt and her husband David. It was then revealed that Jodie is Shona's estranged sister. After emotionally manipulating Shona about their shared history, she quickly secured a place within the Platt household, though not everyone seems convinced by her. Earlier this week, Jodie realized she was being trailed, with the follower later identified as Olivia, a child she once cared for. Clearly unsettled by Olivia's presence, Jodie fabricated a story about being in witness protection after seeing a murder. She insisted Olivia must not disclose her whereabouts to anyone, especially her parents. As if that wasn't suspicious enough, Jodie was later exposed as the person responsible for vandalizing a photograph of Bernie Winter and her husband, Dev Alahan. Bernie initially accused her obsessive admirer Mal Roper, following his earlier confrontation at the cafe. However, viewers saw Jodie adding the cutout image of Bernie's face to her growing stash of keepsakes, what fans have speculated could be a collection of trophies. Among the items is also Brian Packham's book, which she previously took after his disagreement with Lily Platt. In Wednesday's episode on February 25th, Shona invited Jodie to join her for a pampering session at Audrey's salon as a gesture of appreciation for her support since relocating to Weatherfield. This came shortly after Shona welcomed baby Harper, who has complex health issues after doctors discovered a tumor on her neck. Jodie appeared thrilled by the invitation and basked in the compliments as Shona raised a toast in her honor. However, her satisfaction quickly turned into envy when guests began praising Shona and David as the ideal couple. Longtime viewers have already sensed that Jodie seems eager to grow closer to David, perhaps even step into her sister's life. During a manicure, Jodie noticed Shona's wedding ring resting nearby. Later, back at number 8, Shona panicked after realizing the ring was missing. Jodie pretended to be concerned and offered to help search for it, yet Bethany cast several meaningful glances that suggested she was far from convinced by Jodie's behavior. Fans immediately commented online, noting that Bethany appeared wary and increasingly suspicious of Jodie's intentions. Many viewers suggested that Bethany has begun to piece together the truth. This speculation follows earlier theories that Jodie's fate may have been sealed when she shared scenes with Betsy Swain, the character set to discover a corpse in episodes airing in April. Jodie has already been named as one of 5 possible victims in the upcoming murder storyline. A flash-forward shown last week offered a glimpse of events 2 months ahead. In the scene, a distressed Betsy spoke to detectives after stumbling across the body of someone she recognized. Wearing formal attire, she explained that she had attended her mother Lisa Swain's wedding to Carla Connor and was heading into town to continue celebrating when she made the grim find. When the narrative shifted back to the present, viewers began noticing how the actions of 5 different characters could pave the way for tragedy. Jodie, Megan Walsh, Theo Silverton, Maggie Driscoll, and Carl Webster have all been positioned as potential victims in the looming whodunit. Coronation Street is broadcast on weeknights at 8:30 p.m. on ITV1 and is also available for streaming on ITVX.